people are not happy about the latest ARLC update. Are people fair to think that this summer update was the worst summer update of all time? And what are my personal thoughts on the update itself? We're going to take a look at that in today's video. Drop a like and subscribe, but let's get straight into it. So I want to start off this video by saying that personally, I think the update was okay. I don't think it was good. I don't think it was bad. I think it was just a mid update, which no disrespect to the developers, of course. When we take a look at the features that were actually added, they're pretty cool. Car interiors is a hugely requested thing, and it is really awesome to finally have them, but there are definitely parts that could have been done better about this update. And I'm not going to call it a summer update because it's technically not a summer update. As Sean said, it's kind of not really summer anymore, even though in my opinion it's at the end of July the update came out. That's still kind of summer, but PRC aren't calling it a summer update, so we'll just call it the latest update for the sake of this video. But I am talking about the update where they added car interiors. So as I've said, people are very angry about it, and I kind of see why. Now we have to kind of look back at previous summer updates to understand why people are so angry, because at face value, car interiors on over 50 vehicles is a very good update. As any other update, it would be really awesome. However, people have stereotyped the summer update to be the best update of the year, and that's a fair stereotype. I thought that. I think everyone else thought the summer updates are the biggest update of the year, but I think they're kind of moving away from that, to be honest. When we take a look at, let's say, 2021, if you were to play ARLC before the 2021 summer update and play it after the 2021 summer update, the difference would be insane. It was definitely one of the biggest updates ARLC have ever had, in my opinion. Same with the 2022 summer update as well. It was a completely different vibe to the game before the update and after the update. It felt like a new game entirely. This year, that definitely does not feel like the case, and I think the reason for that is because pretty much all that was added in this update can be described in two words, and that is car interiors. That's it. Like, the main focus and one of the only things they added in this summer update, or the recent update, sorry, was car interiors, and that's it. Whilst there was a lot of different car interiors added, it's still really car interiors. You can only use one car at a time. I'm not hating on this update. As I said, I think it was an average update. It wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst, it was just an average update in my opinion. And as I said earlier, if this update was to come out in like April or something, then this would be a crazy update. Like a huge car interior update in the middle of April would have been a great, huge, random general update. However, the stereotype for the summer updates is that they're the biggest update of the year. When we take a look at 2024's and 2025 summer updates compared to 2021 and 2022's summer updates, yeah, they don't even compare. 2024 and 2025 compared to 2021 and 2022 are actually terrible updates when you compare them. I'm not saying the updates are terrible, but in comparison to the previous summer updates, they were pretty appalling, really. Now, I actually asked people in the PRC Discord what they would rate this update out of 10. As you can see, I said on a scale from 1 to 10, what do you guys rate the summer update? And if we scroll down, we can see the first person to reply said 3. We are not off to a good start. The second person here said 2. This person said 8.5, which is interesting. But as you can see, aside from that one 8.5, we have a 3, a 2, a 4, a 4, a 3, and a 2. If we scroll down, it doesn't exactly get any better. 5, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2.7, which is oddly specific. 4, 0, 4 to 5, -1, like 6 or 7. So you get the idea. The majority of these are pretty bad. The average is definitely 5 or less, which for a summer update is quite upsetting actually. What people usually refer to as the best update of the year is hardly rated a 5 out of 10 on average. That is not a good sign. And I think the reason for this is the lack of actual content. So what I mean by this is what I was talking about earlier with the car interiors, is it doesn't feel like there's actually much different. Driving around the map, there's no new buildings, there's no new things to do. The only thing you can do is zoom your camera in and see a steering wheel that moves. That's it. That is all the content that you yourself can actually use, apart from a singular tool on the fire department team and a new outfit accessory on the fire department team. That's pretty much all that was added. So I can see why people are hating on this update, but I think they built up too much hype for not much purpose. They gave us a teaser of car interiors, which is fair. There was car interiors. I think that's good. But the teaser with fire updates definitely gave people the wrong impression, with them saying previously that there's going to be a huge fire department update and then posting a teaser of the fire getting updated. And then when the update releases, they painted the fire department red, added a new tool, added a few extra accessories, and that's it for supposedly the biggest update of the year. That's why people are angry. Now, what I find interesting personally is looking through the comments of OMB's summer update video. I think this definitely gives an accurate representation of how people feel about the update. If we scroll down straight away, the first comment is basically slating PRC for not adding anything that the community were actually expecting. We can see this person right here pretty much said exactly what I said. There is not really much content added. You can see this one completely ruined undercover vehicles as their lights are fully visible now. Just more hate towards the update. This person again saying how the fire department update was underwhelming. Another one here. So many people are complaining as usual, and I can see why. Players have been asking for FD updates and other updates, but PRC has been giving us different things. Like, no one asked for matte or glossy vehicle colours. Even though it's a nice addition and the little things do count, PRC should focus on what people are asking for. And I agree. I want to touch on the first part real quick, where people are complaining as usual. No matter what, people will always complain about the ARLC updates. If they don't get the feature they specifically wanted, along with 15 other features, people are going to complain. So sometimes you have to look past the complaining, but I agree with this person. On this occasion, I do agree. It is absolutely reasonable for people to be complaining. And this comment here is definitely one that I want to talk about. The funny thing is how they continue to fail with keeping up with other games and their own community. They have added more and more vehicles to the civilian team, but cannot keep up with the refresh and revamps of them. They even failed to add cages/equipment to the law enforcement vehicles, which I find really disappointing. Neither have they added further physics such as crashes, opening doors, rolling down windows, speedometers, etc. like Mabel County has. Quite disappointed, if I do say so myself. And that leads me on to another point I want to talk about. Whilst the car interiors themselves that we got are cool, when you say, oh, car interiors in ARLC, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. These car interiors really are not the best things in the world. They're really nothing crazy, and definitely not what people were expecting. Like, take this car here as an example. As you can see, the car interiors are great. It's great you can go in first person and drive around, but they're just not great. The quality of them is pretty poor, low quality textures, not very high quality at all. And I definitely think not having speed shown in the interior is a huge letdown as well. I do agree. And cages in the police cars on police teams is almost so silly that it's not added that it's kind of funny that they didn't add that. Like, come on, it is a cage inside of a police car. It is a bit silly to not get that added with car interiors. And of course, no interiors on any of the fire department vehicles apart from the singular little fire Tahoe or whatever it is. None of the fire engines getting interiors is insane. An ambulance not having an interior, that's what people thought with car interiors. And a fire department update, having actual fire department vehicles with interiors, ambulance with interiors, or that, you name it. I think I've ranted enough in this video. Of course, this is no hate to PRC, this is just my opinion. So in summary, January, I think they have let people down a little bit, but I also think people were expecting too much. I think PRC is at fault for overhyping this update for something that it perhaps wasn't, but I think we as a community also just need to appreciate what we have and understand that more updates are going to come in the future. Of course, it does take a while to add these kind of things to Roblox games. There is obviously another fire department update coming in around August time, which is going to be exciting, of course. But I think if we stop comparing future summer updates to previous summer updates, then things will probably be okay. As I said, this update on its own is an incredible update, so let's just appreciate what we have. There's nothing we can do about it. I'm sure PRC understand where everyone's coming from. I'm sure they're aware that not many people liked it at all, and I'm sure they'll work on it in the future. So yeah, let's just look forward to the next few updates. Let's not hate on them too much for this year's summer update. It was still good in terms of what was added. They just could have done a bit of a better job, in my opinion. Thank you very much for watching this video, everybody. Drop a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm definitely interested to hear what you guys have to say, but thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.